Man like rebel. Rebel life. See that thumbnail? He made that thumbnail right there. Of the squad, of the troops. Man like E Thriller. Man like Mac Mob. Lady like Lady T. Yeah. Main man. Made man. Man like him. Rough. The squad. The troops. I want to talk to you for a second, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no leader. And I don't want to be a leader, man. This idea I got, I want somebody else to run with it. I don't do lives. I don't do super chats. I send super chats. But I don't do none of that, man. I ain't stepping on nobody's toes. But I got an idea, man. Because they're talking about clickbaiting, my niggas. They're talking about clickbait. All right. What I'm about to say is not clickbait. What I'm about to say is more like a fan, a channel with an opinion. That's it. Not clickbait. Woo! So what I'm trying to say to the troops, to the squad, ask for 8 weeks. Ask for 8 weeks. Now you say, what are you talking about, Caps? Ask for 8 weeks. Listen, man. I ain't falling for the banana in the tailpipe, man. And the banana in the tailpipe is this. This fight reminds me of Manny Pacquiao and Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather. All right? And to tell you the truth, I don't care who's right or who's wrong, but if it's in existence, it's going to be existent. And it's going to come sooner than later when it comes to this VADA shit. Okay? So what I'm trying to tell y'all, if y'all don't believe in VADA, fine. Don't believe in it. Don't believe in the clean boxing program. Don't believe in it. But we want an even level playing field for Crawford, don't we? This is not about us. This is about what we want for Crawford. Now, I listened to Bernie the other day, and he talking about they ain't coming correct with the money. They ain't coming correct with the money. I heard everything he said. But when they do come correct, because this fight got to happen, or boxing failed, ain't nothing else out there, my dudes. Ain't nothing out there, my troops. All right? My troopettes. Listen, ain't nothing else out there, man. So they got to come correct. It's when they come correct. This is what I'm watching, man. Because if it's 1 month before the fight, if they announce it September for October, or they announce it October for November, they wrong. They wrong, man. They wrong, and I know what they're doing. See, what they're doing is giving Spence time to waste time. Let me say this again. They're giving Spence massive time to waste for a reason. Now, everybody say, well, what's this 8 weeks? Now, listen, months ago, I did videos on VADA and the clean boxing program. They're going to come to an agreement with this money. But on their side, not Crawford's side, on their side, because Errol Spence got the suits, they could waste time and at the right time say, okay, we agree to this, agree to that. And by that time, guess what? There's no 8 weeks of VADA. Now, blood boxing, all my brothers who don't really care about it and they don't trust it, it's cool, man. I understand you don't trust this clean boxing program or VADA. No matter what you do, you can get around it. But that's not what I'm looking at. I'm looking at how we could bend time, how we could bend the narrative. This ain't clickbait. This is what I want. And this is what everybody should want at the same damn time. Now, it might not get through your head right now, right? But don't wait until a month they announce the fight, because it's too late then. We got July and we got August, my dudes. We got July and got August. So what we going to do? Well, we all could come out and say we want 8 weeks. We want 8 weeks. We want testing prior and testing after. 8 weeks. Because listen, they're going to come to agreement. They're going to come to agreement. But you have to understand, by the time they come with an agreement, it might be a month before the fight. And that's no good, my dude. So you keep listening and hoping. Listen, let me ask you a question. Who promoting this fight? Let me ask you something, man. Who promoting this fight? Yeah. Yeah, who's promoting it? Okay, well, I can tell you who's promoting it. The Errol Spence fans are promoting it, and the Crawford fans are promoting it. So when you see the fight announced a month before the fight, a month. I'm just saying that this shit happens. They didn't spend no money on promotion. They got free promotion from us. On both sides, whether we like each other or not, my dude. That's real spill. So, what money they trying to bargain and try to figure out what they need to use and what they not, doesn't matter, man. That's the decoy while they're wasting time. They're giving Spence time to waste time. And you say, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's all good, man. All you need to say, I want 8 weeks prior. Don't worry about the details about why you need 8 weeks before the fight. 2 months, man. I want the announcements 2 months before. Not 1 month. 4 weeks, nah, man. And then you got an announcement. It don't work that way, man. I've been through this shit. I know this shit, man. Everything comes back in circle. Everything. If this shit's hanging around like Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather, believe me, this will come up. Or it won't come up. Because it's not what they say, it's what they're not saying. It's not what they do, it's what they're not doing. See, people think you doing something, you see it, you believe it and you achieve it. Nah, it's not always that way, man. Sometimes when you don't see something, that's what's going on. And they say, oh, okay, we'll come to agreement. Oh, man, it's a month before the fight. It's the best time, 4 weeks. I can get this shit out of my system. Oh, all we need is not a prior, but a post-drug test. See, y'all don't understand. We control the narrative if we really want to. They talking about clickbait and all this shit. Bro, if every channel that's supporting Crawford say, we all want 8 weeks, please put 8 weeks. We want 8 weeks announcement before. We want 8 weeks testing. We don't even have to say anything about testing, right? Just say we want 8 weeks so we can have prior testing and post for this fight. If we all come to this agreement, because let me explain something. There's suspicion, right? I can have suspicion. They have suspicion of Manny Pacquiao. They have suspicions of this one, that one. There's been black fighters that's been on PEDs. A lot of things been shown and proven, right? And I will show you what I mean by make sure we have 8 weeks. But what I don't understand is this. We could set this narrative for this fight. All of us. One narrative. Now, no one's really talking about this except Lady T because she did her investigation. Yes, Lady T. And she's seen that August was on the clean boxing program. Never Errol Spence. Just say it. I don't care. Right? This is what Lady T was showing on her channel. Because people don't want to say, we suspicious. Now, fuck that, man. I'm suspicious for a minute. You know how I'm suspicious? I have suspicion. Doesn't mean it's a fact. But I have the right for a suspicion. Like everybody have a suspicion about Manny Pacquiao and this and all that shit. Everybody got a suspicion. But it's not a fact. Right? So when you see Errol Spence supposed to fight Manny Pacquiao, and he had a big ass lollipop head, and he looks dehydrated, and he didn't look so ready to fight, right? Then he got his eye retina and all that. I'm not going into that, right? But now you look at him fighting August, and he looks more fuller and stronger, right? And he got a stoppage. Come on, man. That's all right. That's my suspicion. That's not yours. That's not the Errol Spence fans, and that's not the Terrence Crossman fans. It's just my suspicion. But we could use this tool, man. We could use this tool. Do you understand what I mean? It's a tool. Matter if you believe it or not. If we all come out and say, we want 8 weeks prior and post, that means they got to make this fucking fight 8 weeks prior. Not 1 month. And I'm going to show you and explain to you why I want this. Because we control the narrative. Fuck the clickbaits. Clickbait is a clickbait. This is the real shit. And this is how you control it, because guess what? Let me tell you something. You see all these channels that they talk about, yo, like Blue. Blue was saying, man, I don't even watch those channels. I only watch my people's 78, Trill, blah, blah, blah. I don't even listen to that shit. Cool. Don't listen. Don't even click the fucking thumbnail if everybody's thumbnail is 8 weeks. VODA tested. 8 weeks VODA tested. I know Crawford ain't got a problem with this. He was snapped. So is Devin Haney. Got a problem? All right, no, you don't. So to cover Crawford's ass, to make sure we got to, because it's all about the, I don't give a, like I said, I don't give a fuck if you don't believe in this VODA or clean boxing program. And if I could show you everything from A to Z about the difference, all you got to understand is this, my dude. You put the narrative out there. I put the narrative out there. They see the narrative. They're going to be like, ah, god damn. Why all these, see all these channels that say they don't look at other channels? You will control their movements. Do you understand what I'm saying? If we come together, you control a narrative that will make them move. Checkmate. They would say they don't watch your channel. They would say they don't watch your channel. But all of a sudden, they now talking about VODA. How come? Who's following who? Follow the leader. Who? Yeah. Yeah. All right, so this is where I'm coming from. We want to play even. We want this field even. We want the grass cut on both sides even. And the only way we could do that, because I don't, you know, I ain't trust the way shit's moving now. I don't trust the PBC, man. I just don't trust them, man. And I heard Bernie say, regardless if Crawford don't want to sign to them, hey, it's a 2-fight deal. I always say a 2-fight deal is this: the fight and the rematch. That's it. But if you don't want to sign them for some other reasons, they got their reasons, man. They're the machine. Crawford is not the machine. He don't got a machine behind him. These dudes do. Errol Spence do. And if they don't want this fight, it's not Crawford's fault. That's all I'm saying, man. Damn, that's all I'm saying. So we could act like I said, I don't want to be a leader. I don't care about being a leader. I don't want, hey, somebody hear me and just do it. And then the next one do it. Then the next one do it. Y'all don't even have to say Captain Fool came out with this video about 8 weeks. Nah, I don't care. I just want to see the benefit that I see a fight where I know this man had 8 weeks testing, regardless if you don't fucking believe it or not, about VODA. I don't give a fuck. Okay, do you understand me? Pass that Ducci from the left-hand side. I don't give a fuck. And then this dude gets the same treatment. Because I'm telling you, man, I ain't believing this shit, man. And I don't trust him. This fight's too important. Too fucking important. So we control the narrative. Why don't you do a scientific study and see how it works? You see this video, 3illa, Mac Mob, Mayman, Lady T. And think about it before it's too late. Because what's going to happen if the fight gets announced 1 month? Because I'm trying to explain this. Once you announce the fight, that's when testing's supposed to start. I'm going to give you the definition, and I'm going to give you the specifics of what I'm talking about. 4 weeks? That shit been out your system, dude. 4 weeks? It's been out your system, dude. I'm telling you. Let's do this together. And I'm putting this out right now because if we if we all do this together, great. That'll be great. You know what they will do? They will come out with an announcement somewhere in August. Make it look like the fight is going to happen. They're going to agree to something. And then all of a sudden, they're going to disagree on something. And the contract is voided. Or whatever. Something's going to happen. And then they're going to come to agreement. The master plans of people and companies and CEOs and all this shit is a masterpiece. And then when that happens, then they'll announce the fight a month before the fucking fight. A month. So all I'm saying to you right now is, let's push one agenda. The money, y'all can keep going on with this money, man. I keep telling you, our money is a decoy. This fight is going to happen. And if it don't happen, well, hey, Errol Spence, you lied to your peoples about being strap season and undisputed. Not Errol. Not Crawford. Crawford been undisputed at 140. He ain't pushing that it's strap season. You are. So you got to talk to your people in the background. But in the meantime, while you in the gym, as soon as you had your fight with August and Derek J, so you know you got to get back in the gym. Yeah, you pushing it, and you circulating, right? And it's all in your bloodstream. It's circulating. Yeah, I'm the one with the suspicions. I don't give a fuck. I'm the one with the suspicion. Because I swear, you look totally different from then when you was about to fight Manny Pacquiao with your lollipop head and your skinny body dehydrated to now. You been supposed to be out of this division 147. You supposed to be up to 154. Fuck it. That's what I'm saying. So, you're the one that been in accidents. Right? You need to get back and recover to get into the ring. Yeah. Listen, brothers, it's okay if y'all don't want to listen to me. It's okay if y'all think I'm Cocoa Puff. It's okay, man. This is what being a fan is. I speak my piece. I don't come out here and say, well, you know, if you're a fan of boxing, you should know every boxer, and you should know every category, and you should know every division. Because if you're not, then you only talk about this fighter and that fighter, you're not really a fan of boxing. I ain't got time for that shit, man. I ain't got time for that shit. Basically, I talk what the fuck I want to talk about. Indirectly, if you're coming at me, it's all good, man. But I talk to whatever boxer, him or her, I talk about when I feel like it. And this fight right here, yo, I've been talking about Shakur and Devin because that put interest in me. And I laid off Errol Spence and Crawford for a minute. I just laid off because I said, man, they said they're going to do it behind closed doors. Let them take care of business. But something came in my head and I said, you know what? What if this shit was announced a month? Now watch, when I put the information out, if y'all don't agree to this shit, and they do this a month before, this motherfucker is going to haunt you. This video going to haunt you. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm fucking wrong with everything. And everything goes Gucci, man. I really do, man. Because I want the best. Fight the best. That's it. But if it doesn't work that way, and also he's like, yo, damn, Caps was right. This shit was announced a month ago. There was no promotion. Well, you know, the promotion was built on us. It was enough promotion. So where's all that money at? Where all that money for promotion? You ain't spend 1 cent on promotion because the Errol Spence fans and the Crawford fans going back and forth made the promotion. All you got to do is put the banners up. And whatever the fuck you got to do. And it ain't that big much money, fucking money. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. I don't want to talk no more about this shit. That's why I moved on with Devin and Shakur and Carissa Shields and Fordero. I'll be moving on until I see this shit get signed. Once this shit gets signed, I'm back on track on this. I'm going back on track on this fight on Errol and Crawford. But for now, I'm just saying, don't let this shit be announced a month before the I'm just letting y'all know, man. Because if it does and no one doesn't say anything and Errol beats Bud, hey man, I still got Bud. But I'm going to tell you, man, I'm very suspect when fights get announced a month before the fight. A month. Give my man Crawford 8 weeks. Give my man Errol Spence 8 weeks. So we know we have the grass is cut on both sides evenly. That's all I'm saying, man. And I will continue to push this because if it's not pushed, y'all gonna get a wake-up call. And I don't want to hear about, well, you know, because I still believe Crawford would beat Errol Spence. But if he loses and this shit gets announced a month before the motherfucking fight, at least on my channel, the Cocoa Puff has spoken. So my channels, my troops, my leaders out there, because I ain't a leader, man. I just got an idea, run with it, act like Captain Fu ain't never said it, but just think about it. Because even if you don't believe in VADA or Clean Boxing Program, if you take those 8 weeks, you putting pressure on the channels that oppose you and also the machine behind Errol Spence. Because they look at this shit too, and they be like, damn, why these niggas keep talking about fodder in 8 weeks? Why are they talking about the announcement? Because you control the narrative, and you bend time, and you make them go for what you want them to listen to and talk about. These Errol Spence channels like Blue Blood and Fanon, and all those channels are bigger than our channels. They've been there, done that. They've been there a long time. They control the narrative. But if we alone, even if you don't like my idea, think about, sit back and say, yo, Cats and I have a thing there. If we all come together and come with one narrative, even if it's not this fucking narrative, if we all come to that one narrative that's outside the box, I'm not here to change your mind. I'm here for you to read between the lines. It's not what they say, it's what they don't say, and it's not what they do, it's what they don't do behind the scenes. I'm out.
Floyd Mayweather has been going around for years saying that he's doing Olympic-style drug testing. That's a lie. He's not. Okay? Olympic-style drug testing is 365 days a year, completely random, no notice at all to the athlete. Floyd's not doing that. The way his contracts work with USADA is that the testing does not start until after the fight is announced. Now think about that. Floyd has been waiting in recent years, almost until the last minute, to announce his fights. You remember with the Pacquiao fight, he had to be the one to announce it. He kept everyone hanging on. And then finally he announced it. Didn't seem like there was a lot of time to even promote that fight. The Andre Berto fight, he didn't announce that till August 4th, a month before the fight was supposed to happen. So in reality, guys, it's like this. Between May 3rd, the day after the Pacquiao fight, to August 4th, when he announced the Berto fight, there was no drug testing going on. He could do whatever he wanted during that time. That's not Olympic-style drug testing. And some of you out there might be saying, so what? He's not going to use drugs then. He's going to use them during camp. That's when you need them. No, that's false. Most performance-enhancing drugs, you get maximum benefit after you use them. This is common knowledge. You juice up before camp. You get all that stuff in your system cycling, building up. It half phases down, it half-lifes down. I'll get more into that later. Out of your system. But by the time it's out of your system, that's when your body has that maximum benefit. And not all performance-enhancing drugs are for strength. Some performance-enhancing drugs are to assist in tissue repair, right? Guys who have problems with their hands, guys who have problems with muscles or whatever, fatigue, anything like that. There are certain PEDs out there that will assist in getting your body healed before you go